All right, gang, we got another banger for you today. We are going to be talking about why cash won't make you feel any better. Money is not the answer to your problems. Now, going right into it, I already know that you know this. This is not a surprise to anybody. So, this video is not a complete waste of your time. I'm actually going to debunk why even though we know this truth, people still default to chasing money and it just bites them in the ass. So, first things first, make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you fuck with the content. If you don't like the content, just leave it alone and keep it moving because I totally understand. My shit might not be for everybody. Whatever. Now, back on track. Cash is not the answer, but people still default to it. The reason that people do this is because they do not understand that money is energy. They understand it, but they don't understand it. They don't understand or they don't understand the fact that money goes where the energy is at. And that's why in 2024, in this popcorn era, there are so many trends. You have the TikTok trends, the give me my money. You have the demures. You have all of this shit going on, and people are just jumping on the bandwagons. And usually, the originators of a trend or of these trends, they get paid, and they find partnerships and sponsorships, and they just get to go on about their life with new opportunities. But what the average Joe doesn't understand is that these people are coming from exactly where they are, right? The only difference is that instead of cursing their life and, sitting on their hands all day, they actually did something. Even if it was by accident, they did something that just caught the attention of the media. Now, the big advantage that you have watching this video is that the internet is so large that you can literally make the smallest ripple in this huge ocean of content, and you'll just have a large school of fish that just want to follow you. That's an advantage. The disadvantage is that we're so oversaturated mentally that we can't even focus long enough to make a little splash. It's so difficult because we got things coming at us left and right. You got doom scrolling because your TikTok feed is nuts. You're on Twitter all day. Maybe you're watching shows back to back to back. Maybe your diet is trash and it's just fucking up your biochemistry. Maybe you got toxic, draining people in your life that are just taking your energy away and you can't even think straight. Maybe all of this is your fault too. We got to start taking accountability for our life because who else is supposed to be in the driver's seat of this thing? And we're just giving away control of our life to everything that is placed in front of us. You don't have to respond to everything that is in your face. And the sooner you realize that, the sooner you become a higher value being. The sooner you realize that you always have a choice of what you respond to and how you conduct yourself, the sooner you realize that, the sooner you get everything that you've been wishing for. And I tell you a secret, for men, this is for the fellas. The more that you say no to, the more things are just gonna be attracted to you. Learn for no to be your first response. Nah. The more that you say no to, the more things will fall in your favor. Moving right along, I want to talk about what will make you fulfilled. If it's not going to be money, then what is it? And there's a couple of things. I actually wrote down a quick list of them. And number one on that list is faith. And I know it's very cliche. Oh, just believe. Maybe you don't believe in God. If that's you, then more power to you. But faith is the opposite of fear. And they both require for you to believe in something. Faith is just a positive belief, and fear is just a negative belief. You understand? So it's like the law that if you're not moving in one direction, by that law, you have to be moving in an equal or in an opposite direction or some shit like that, right? So faith is number one. You have to have the faith that there is a fulfilling life out there for you. If you do not believe this, then you're not going to pursue that life. Now, the fulfilling life, it may not be what you've been thinking about, but you have to be open and receptive to receiving what is for you. And in the process, you also have to go for it for what you want. Go for what you want. That's what you're here to do. You're here to create. And that leads me right into number 2 on that list of things that are going to make you fulfilled is creativity. In the Bible, God says we're made in his image and likeness. And I received that message as, God created earth and the sun and all these damn stars and all this shit, right? Maybe I can't create that. Maybe I can't make water. But what I can do is I can make a YouTube video. It's something. It's something. And the more energy that I put into whatever I'm doing, the bigger I could make it. And maybe that energy, it has to come out over a sustained period of time. Or maybe I have to give all my energy at once and then take a long break. But the amount of energy that you put into something will dictate and determine how robust it grows. So creativity is number 2 on that list. You have to always be creating something. And for those people that feel like, oh, I'm not a creative person, get a fucking life. Everyone is creative. The mathematician is just as creative as the music artist or the painter. Number 3 on a list of things that will make you more fulfilled is mindfulness. And this is actually, let me sec, my laptop's about to die. This is actually my favorite. Mindfulness is my favorite thing on this list. As we already discussed earlier on, you have so much being thrown at you. So many screens, so much marketing, so much advertisement, so many things being thrown to you at once that your brain is just constantly going, right? Let's picture that our mind is a two-way street. There's traffic coming in and going out, coming in and going out, right? And sometimes it is, I don't know, like one of them highways where you got traffic going to and from over here and then over here and then over here. Maybe your brain has 3 different highways of back and forth traffic, and that's all information. That's all the social media. That's all the terrible food. That's all the negativity from the people that are around you. That's all of that, right? Imagine if you can turn that into a one-way street. Imagine you're able to turn the traffic in your mind to a one-way street, and you're able to pick out and identify certain thoughts that work for you and the other thoughts that don't work for you. And the ones that you like, you could say, I'm going to give some more time, effort, and attention to this thought right here. And I'm going to take some action, and I'm going to grow it, and I'm going to see what it grows into. And when it grows into something, you can see if you like what it's growing into. And if you don't, guess what? Put more energy into it, and you can change it. You feel me? But you need to have a clear mind. You need a clear mind if you're ever going to have that kind of dominion over your life. 9 out of 10 people walking around are not in the driver's seat of their mind. They say that you're the average of the 5 people that you hang out with. You're the average, you're the sum averaging factor of everything that you consume. So it would make sense to, in this consuming culture, become a producer. Because if you can produce and you can feed people as opposed to eating what everyone is feeding you, you're dictating shit. You feel me? Become a producer. You do this by clearing your mind. You do this through faith and belief. Make a plan for yourself and just execute it. You don't have to know how everything is going to work in your favor for you to be successful. Life is improv. You have to improvise your way through life. But in order to improvise your way through life, you need that faith, and you need a clear mind, and you need to create. Anyway, gang, that's all that I have for you today. I really hope that this message is seeping into your brain cells. If you have ever heard of Bob Proctor, then you know what I'm about to talk about real quick. If you have not heard of Bob Proctor, rest in peace to him. He was one of the GOATs when it comes to mindset coaching. And he had this document. I'm going to pop it up on the screen so you can see it, right? He had this little diagram situation about your ego, your conscious mind, and your subconscious mind. Videos like this, you want to watch them over and over and over again because the messages will seep into your subconscious mind, and it's ultimately going to change the results that you're getting in your world because your subconscious mind is the part of you that you don't have to think for. It kind of just does things for you. So with that being said, if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how you feel about this content in the comments. I would love to make some more. If you want to argue, comment, say something rude, and I'll probably make a video in response to your comment. I'm your boy Fit Like Chris, and I'm going to see you in the next one.